Start my truck, let's all jump in. Here we go together. Nice cool breeze and big palm trees. I tell you, life don't get no better. Talking about hey now, hey now, hey now, hey now.
Welcome viewers, thank you for joining us for the episode number 2 of Talk the Talk with me, Desh. Today we feature the much loved Mustang in our first segment called Let's Talk Car of the Week with Nita Stadler, and then we have our motoring tips specialist Ashley Roos joining us for the informative Let's Talk tips, and then my favorite, as always, our third and final segment, Talk of the Town, the gorgeous Lavon Davis. She's not only just a friend, she's a leader and the dealer principal of Motorsport Kempton Park.
Talking about hey now, hey now, hey now, hey now. I go, ane. Chucking more fina, anane. Chucking more fina.
Do I even need to introduce this car? The Ford Mustang has been an immediate hit from the time when it was released in the 60s, and even more so when the new versions hit our shores. Since the start, 9 million of these cars have found homes with Ford lovers all over the world. The Mustang is one of the most admired and renowned V8 nameplates, and its status and fun-to-drive nature makes it an enthusiast's favorite. For their 50th anniversary, yes, 50th anniversary, the Michigan-based brand has launched the upgraded and redesigned GT500 to the motoring market. Once again, we have Nita Stadler, Woman Talks motoring journalist, who I also like to call my co-pilot, to assist us with the segment. So, welcome Nita, and tell us, what do you think was the focus when redesigning this muscle car?
Thank you for having me. Well, Dee, it's basically a continuation of a legacy, and in every sense of the word, a pony car. That's that. The Mustang continues to dominate with an extensive range of technologies and mechanical advancements that make it a blast to drive.
Okay, so it's truly a gorgeous vehicle, but please tell us more about its looks.
Okay. Well, the Fastback is available in either coupe or convertible body styles to choose from. It comes in gorgeous colors like Twister Orange, Rapid Red, Shadow Black, and Grabber Lime. The Ford Coupe is the exact definition of desirability on wheels, with its all-rounded LED lights and chiseled flow lines. Paying tribute to the range, a tiny stallion is proudly displayed on the grille, and it now boasts a new front splitter and extra air scoops, while the rear hosts a rose blade spoiler for better aerodynamics and performance.
Wow, I know I absolutely enjoyed when we test drove together, but listen, Nita, tell us what's inside.
So, it has a leather upholstery, climate control, and heated front seats, as well as lumbar control. The high-back bucket purchase and the updated cabin shows off a nice mix between old-school driver's car and modern hints. The My Color feature grants the driver the opportunity to customize the gaze used to the performance too. So Dee, not only will your shoes and your lipstick match, but now your digital cluster as well.
And I know that's important for you, Blondie. It's obvious that it's filled with intuitive technologies, but please do tell us more about what the Mustang has to offer.
The 8-inch Ford Sync 3 touchscreen infotainment system is equipped with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and the intuitive Ford Sync Connect that allows the user to command and observe the Mustang via the smartphone app. The Mustang has been equipped with cutting-edge technologies that include standard intelligent access, My Key, a cabin particulate air filter, automatic headlights with a wiper activation, and many, many more. D, I like the brake performance that measures braking time and distance, as well as performance metrics.
Okay, to say that you know that the most important part for me is never the looks or what's on the inside and the features. But so I love the drive. Okay, so let's talk a bit about the drive. Viewers, to say that I had a blast behind the wheel would really be a huge understatement. The powertrain at the heart of this monster produces, get this, produces a staggering 306 kilowatts and 530 Newton meters of exhilarating torque, which effectively blew us away. Now listen, ladies, I do mummy cars and cars that, you know, appeal to women and retirement women and even students. So being in a Mustang for me is really something that is out of the norm. The sensation and feeling of that power is clearly what the Mustang was designed for and makes for a thrilling experience behind the wheel. I'll be honest, flooring the accelerator and hearing its response is truly terrifying, but it's also the reason for the eye-watering 12.3 liter per, am I right, per 100 kilometers fuel consumption? Yes, figures. This is not a car you buy if you have a fuel budget to stick to. It's been exclusively designed to excite, to be a fun and engaging drive, and to make a scene by doing so.
Wind up, go down, wind up, go down. Twist your body backward. We go left, left, we go right, right. Turn it around and forward. Go down again.
So today, I am here with Ashley Roos, our talk tips specialist, to discuss what the new demerit system is all about. Now, before I go into talking about Ashley, or we talking about the demerit system, I must tell you, Ash has written over 500,000 words in the last year of being employed with Women Talk, and she is our in-house motoring encyclopedia, especially when it comes to rules of the road and all things to do with talk tips. So Ash, thank you for joining us, and what do you mean by the new demerit system?
Thank you, Dee, for having me. And for those who don't know, the new demerit system was officially implemented on Tuesday the 13th of August back in 2019, when President Cyril Ramaphosa signed the Administrative Adjudication of Road Traffic Offences Act in national law in South Africa.
Okay, so tell me more about how the new demerit system works, and maybe tell our viewers, seeing as many motorists in South Africa don't fully grasp, what does it entitle?
So Dee, each individual driver starts off on a clean slate with 0 points to their name. They will then receive a certain amount of points depending on the traffic violation that they have committed. The maximum points allowed is 12. Once a driver has 12 or more points accumulated, their driver's license will then be suspended for 3 months. Fortunately, 1 point will be reduced every 3 months, only if no additional or another traffic violation was committed by them. Drivers shouldn't take the new demerit system too lightly though, because if they exceed 3 suspensions, they can lose their driver's license on a permanent basis. If this happens, they will need to reapply for their driver's license again, only once all their fines are paid in full.
Wow. Ash, can you mention a few of these so-called traffic violations to our audience and our viewers?
Yes, Dee. One of them being holding or using a mobile cell phone while behind the steering wheel. This will permit you 1 demerit point. If you skip a stop street or a red robot, light vehicle motorists will receive 1 demerit point, and heavier vehicles such as trucks or buses will receive 2 demerit points. Then also, if you are caught going over the speeding limit, you will receive anything from 2 to 6 demerit points. This depends on the overall situation and the speed you are driving. Then if you are guilty of driving under the influence, you will receive 6 demerit points. But this will also depend on the situation and the court. Finally, if you are pulled over and you've been driving without a valid driver's license, you will receive 4 demerit points.
Okay, so Ash, how do you personally feel about, I mean, you do a lot of these tips and road safety regulations. How do you personally feel about the new demerit system?
Well, the new demerit system is certainly a good thing in my opinion. It ensures safer South African roads due to the fact that the new demerit system is so strict. It will also promote healthier and safer driving habits in the long run.
Okay, I thank you so much, Ash, for joining us. Like I said, she is valued here at Women Talk, and we appreciate these talk tips because Women Talk is not just about selling cars and empowering women and elevating women in motoring South Africa, but we are here to provide a platform to educate women in terms of driving and in terms of, just basically adhering to road safety regulations. So I hope you enjoyed that segment and I hope that it was informative for you. Thank you so much, Ash.
Thank you for having me, Dee.
Okay, so next up, Lavon is a representation that success in a business isn't just about your idea or your money, but plenty of people have interesting ideas or a lot of cash to throw around. That's a fact. And they never quite manage to find success in their ventures. Lavon have the characteristics and traits of a woman that can even develop all young women in her space and lead them down the road to improve their chances of success. She's done this in my life too, on a personal note or personal level. Next up, another one of my talk queens, Lavon Davis, brought to you by Sariti Solutions.
My bestie and your bestie sit down by the fire. Your bestie says she want parties, so can we make these flames go higher? Talking about hey now, hey now, hey now, hey now. I go, ane.
Lavon, thank you so much for joining us, and I am always so delighted to have you in my presence. You've inspired me. You've actually supported me from the word get-go, and I'm so, like I said, proud I would say you mentored me in the industry. You've been in the industry for so much longer than I have, and you just said to me, Desh, I've got your back. So thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me, Desh.
You're welcome. So, Lavon, let's start off by you telling us, how did your journey in motoring actually begin?
How much time do you have?
All the time in the world for you.
Desh, I was born in Virginia in the Free State, made my way through to Pretoria, studied architecture, as that is what I thought was going to be the way for me. Mm-hmm. And then I fell pregnant with my son Gareth.
Okay.
Got married, was the right thing to do, and very sadly got divorced very soon after that. Gaz was a pure 2 years old.
Okay.
It was really a tough time. It was a bit of an abusive marriage, but I left with nothing and decided that the best way to find a job at that stage, single mom, was car sales.
Oh, okay.
And of course, those years, everybody thought that car sales was the easiest job to do in the world until we realized how things have changed.
Yes, absolutely. And that, you said that was about how many years ago?
About 24 years ago.
Wow.
Long time.
Wow. Lavon, I know that back then, well, now it's challenging for women in motoring in some areas, especially in my area being a journalist. But what have been your challenges as a woman in motoring South Africa?
I think from the start, 24 years ago, it was made very clear to me that it definitely is a man's world. I became the skivvy. Often no pay. Sadly, favors were requested that I didn't adhere to, so I left. I don't think I needed any more abuse considering where I'd come from at that stage.
Yes.
So, yeah, I think, people don't really take you seriously as a woman in this game. And, you're supposed to be, I suppose, without a voice. At the end of the day, I met a very awesome man who became, well, he was a wholesaler or known as a trader in the industry, and he taught me literally everything I know today.
Oh, wow.
I got involved with a bit of racing
Okay.
of cars,
Yes.
which taught me a lot about the technical side of things also, and that led me to eventually own my own business. Which I had a bit of sales and I had a little bit of a workshop going, which was actually so much fun because I learned so much from it.
Yes.
And I eventually sold that and decided to go corporate. So I joined the GM group at that stage.
Okay.
Just over 8 years ago,
Yes.
Motorsport Kempton Park approached me as for their used car manager position,
Okay.
which, hesitation, but I thought, okay, let's try it.
All right.
Something new. And I eventually became their used car and their new car manager.
All right.
Got involved everywhere because, that's what I do.
Yes. I know.
Got to stick my head in everywhere. And loved it, but then I wanted more.
Oh, we always want more.
Always want more. Whatever, it's nice to have, but then I want more.
Yes, yes.
I think I just wanted to become a DP because I was so involved in everything in the business.
And that's what you're currently doing, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So I had a mentor and a man that I trusted, still do, trust, a loyal, honourable man by the name of Michael Glassberg.
Okay.
And
That sounds familiar. He's still in the industry, right?
Michael is,
Yes,
definitely. He's been in
yes.
the industry for many, many years.
Okay.
Definitely somebody I trust a lot. Gave me opportunities.
Yes.
But that's the way he is. He
Okay.
gives people opportunities.
Right.
He likes seeing people grow.
Right. Michael, I hope you're hearing this. Okay.
So Michael came to me the one day and he said to me, Levon, do you trust me? Of course, Michael. I trust you with all, but I really did.
Okay.
Michael, I really do trust you. Until he said to me, Levon, I need you to pack up and I need you to go to Kroonstad in the Free State for 2 years
Right.
as a DP. Love my boss, but sometimes the things that he asks. And I did. I did do that. I went to Kroonstad for 2 years, threw me in the deep end between all the farmers, and wow, I learned so much.
Did you learn to
being
farm?
A DP. I actually did, by the way. I rode one of those big tractor things. I did the whole thing. Loved it. Coffee and biscuit in the ochtend. Well done. It was amazing. And then he did. He was true to his word, and he brought me back to Kempton when an opportunity arose. And till today, I'm still the dealer principal of Kempton Park. But I still find myself often being the only woman sitting around a boardroom table with men. I love making myself heard, and I'm sure Michael will tell you that. But the reality is that I think there are a lot of people that know me, whether it be personally or not.
Yeah.
But I am the woman with a voice.
Yes,
Through
absolutely.
Motors and through Ford.
Oh, and you represent so well. So I'm very, very proud of that. And Ford has an ambassador in this woman, okay? So when we talked about your current job title, and that's how I met you.
Yes.
I came to you and I tried to sell my product to you. And that's how I met you. But tell me something. You are now currently the dealer principal. And I know Levon Davis always wants more. What are you trying to accomplish, Levon?
So yes, I am the dealer principal for Motorsport Kempton Park, proudly. Got a wonderful dealership. I wangled my way over the years into a couple of the dealer councils, some boards.
Wow.
I represent dealerships. I represent my customers, my colleagues and my staff.
Can I just stop you there? I know you represent your staff because when I did some research as the journalist that I am on you, I spied on you first. I went to all your staff members, or most of them, to the wash bay and to the workshop, and I was like, tell me about your boss. Because we at Women Talk obviously want dependable women that our ladies can trust in terms of buying their cars from them. And they only had good things to say about you. So Levon is she just celebrated a birthday. Happy birthday, Levon.
Thank you so much.
So she is truly a representative of what a leader or a woman in leadership should be. We are compassionate people and we want to show that compassion. We are not trying to be, rectify me if I'm wrong, but we are not trying to be a man in this man's world.
No.
Yeah, absolutely.
We definitely are humane, and I believe that is one of our best attributes. I think if there's anything, I'm honored to say that I'm representing the motoring women of the world.
Oh, yes, you are.
I love, I've always been someone that says I want to reach a goal. I've always got goals.
Yes, yes.
And I have. I
Yes.
always said I want my own business, and I achieved that goal. And then I said I want to be a manager, and
Yes.
I achieved that goal.
Yep.
And then I said I want to be a dealer principal, and I've achieved that goal.
Uh-huh.
And then everybody said, okay, so now you've achieved anything? And I said, no, I probably still want to achieve more.
Tell me what it is, Levon. Tell us.
Desh, I think I'm a true believer. And if it's God's timing, and if it's meant to be,
Yes.
I would probably like to maybe lead or head a region.
Does that mean more dealerships for me? Okay, just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Depends on how you behave. But maybe even proudly sit side by side next to Michael around a boardroom table.
She's hinting. Michael, if you're listening to this, she's just hinted. Okay, but she said sit next to you.
I did. I chose my words well.
Levon, that is such an inspirational story and what you want to aspire to be. Many young women are watching this, and I think that just you being a dealer principal already in a leadership role, wanting to be something else and wanting to grow is going to really just give all these young women hope. So thank you for that. Thank you for sharing that with us. And the motoring South Africa has been transformed over the years. But is there any transformation that you would like to see take place?
Desh, women have already started transforming.
I knew you were going to say that.
Just by watching us. I'm a very positive person. I believe in myself. I believe in honesty. I always push myself harder than what I think I can go. I want women to see that. I strive to walk a walk with women by my side.
Yes, I know.
I want them to believe in themselves. I believe as a person you lead by example. I have such a passion. I want to arouse an enthusiasm, a fire in them that will make them want. I want them to make our industry about their own voices.
Yes.
To transform that.
Yes.
To get themselves out there. To say, I am one.
Yes.
I can.
Yes.
I will.
Yes.
I think I want equality.
Okay.
Nothing more than that.
Yep.
I don't wish for transformation, Desh.
Yeah.
I'm seeing women taking it every single day.
Absolutely. We've seen it in our industry. I always talk about this network that we have going on. We only really have leaders in this network that I've created, and they are doing so well for themselves. You're part of the network, and we literally build each other up every single day.
Yeah.
So the transformation is
Very
already
true.
taking place, and I love that
Yes.
answer. Thank you so much, Levon. Levon, we've heard so much about your career, but you know what? What really attracted me to you was the person that I saw, that smile, that laugh. So tell us, who is Levon at home?
Levon is all about having fun and living life, learning something new every day. I love my job.
I know that.
I love laughing. My son and his girlfriend Girlie, my friends and my family, I think they are my hobbies. I've recently taken up carpentry. So I'm using that to beautify our new house that we've recently bought.
Right.
I did sell my Harley, sadly.
Oh no.
It's time. It's just time.
Yes.
But one day I'll get myself a new Sanity. That was her name.
You know what? We talked about cars and we talked about Ford and we talked about the brand you represent, but I actually until now did not realize that you are a woman in motoring sport as well. You had a bike, right?
Right. So I had my Harley Davidson.
Oh my God.
And then I also did a little bit of racing in my life. And I think there's always been that motoring side of me. I started off thinking I was going to become this architect.
Okay.
And then there was just something about the adrenaline.
Yes.
Which I love, which I kind of just brought into my life now.
Oh, yeah, no, I couldn't picture, I really couldn't picture this prim and proper woman on a Harley. And when you first, I think when we first had when I did a write-up about you, you talked about the Harley and I'm like, oh my God, I told my colleagues, she rides a bike. She rides a bike. So viewers, as some of you might know, the Motoring Woman of the Year Awards, powered by MFC, which is a division of Nedbank, is well underway. We're in the final voting process. There's so much of hype this year, right, Levon? Created
so
around
much more than what it was
last year.
It's grown so much.
I know, and there's the excitement, and I mean, really, it's just been awesome. Actually, Levon, it happens to be you are actually one of the finalists for 3 categories, and we are so proud of each and every one of the women that I have made it thus far. On this note, I would like to sincerely extend my gratitude for all the support that friends, families, and especially the groups and dealerships that are displaying such incredible support and voting for these ladies. Please continue to support our finalists, and remember that voting closes on the last day of October. I'm so sorry, I just hijacked this interview for that piece. But so Levon is definitely, she is one of the finalists. She's even a winner of one of the category awards last year. But I'd like to hear, Levon, being on this platform now, and I know you've got motors behind you. There's another lady, I think it's Chantel Bailey, that works at management, and she's been nominated. Motors has really come forth and supported their team, or the ladies that are represented them. I want to know, what is your opinion about the awards?
Desh, I think everybody loves and needs some sort of recognition in their lives. I think you have, in a sense, helped us to strive. To push harder. Seeing women of all ages grow in this industry and making a difference is so heartwarming.
Yeah.
Just last month, I've got to tell you, we brought in our very first woman apprentice into our workshop, and it has been an amazing experience to see this lady grow between all these men. We think we've got it hard. You must see this lady.
They physically work, right?
Yes, yeah. And then I think also, I actually had a customer the other day that was complimenting us on his experience with our dealership.
Yes.
He just purchased his vehicle.
Right.
And he was saying that he's actually seeing more and more women in dealerships. And of course, that made me so proud.
Yes, absolutely.
And then he said, no wonder things are being done right the first time. So well done. Of course, I had to give him a high five on that.
No, absolutely. Things have really changed for us. I mean, we just bring something different to the table. We are not, and I always say this, I am not a feminist. I have nothing against, I'm married to a man really. So I have nothing against men. In fact, my new partner at Women Talk, Andre Potgieter, has been in the industry for 32 years. He has just come on board and empowered us like you cannot believe. But women have this different sense of initiative and this different sense of creativity that really, really inspires and brings more of brightness and flowers and, all of that to the table. So yeah, we can talk the talk, but also we like you said earlier on, Lavon, the humanity, the compassion and all of those nurturing motherly and womanly factors are brought to this, and it's a lovely balance, absolutely awesome balance.
I agree.
Yeah, so Lavon, I have to play a game with you because at the end of the day, I need to know how well my ladies, and I need to show our viewers. I don't know if you're going to know all the answers. I don't think it's fair if I have to give you the answers, but I want to know how well you know your Ford brand. Okay, so are you ready for this?
Oh God, please help me.
Okay, so Lavon. So I've tested the Ford Figo from your dealership, okay, and I know what inch tires it comes with. Do you?
My sales guys are so jacked, hey. But I will tell you that I think it's 14 inch.
Yes.
Of course.
You don't even, okay, and you haven't even driven have you driven the Figo?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Goody drives her Figo.
Oh, you just pitched up here with the...
I did. I pitched up here with a Ranger. Goody drives a Figo, so I do know. I do know.
Okay, so what inch tire does the Ford Ranger Raptor Wild Track have?
The Wild Track.
You don't have the Wild Track here, so I know you're
Wild
not going to know this answer.
18s?
No, you're wrong. You're right.
All right. 2. I got it. Okay.
One last one. This might be a bit difficult because I think it is new. But what is the engine size? So this is a bit complicated, so don't feel bad. What is the engine size on the Ford Ranger Raptor? I just did an article on it, so...
In case you didn't notice. Very proudly Ford. The Raptor has a 10-speed automatic box with a 2-liter bi-turbo engine.
Well done!
Thank you.
Well done!
Did I win?
Yes, absolutely. You've got 3 out of 3. Well done. And that's Lavon representing the Ford brand on behalf of Motors Corp. And yeah, please, Michael, give her that promotion. Okay, and that, ladies and gents, brings us to the conclusion of episode number 2. And again, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching, supporting, and loving us. Thank you for all the feedback and views from our last episode. And please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Ladies, remember, the question should never be, who's going to let me? It must always be, who's going to stop me?
Yay. Thank you. Thank you, Desh.
Thank you,
Thank you so
welcome.
much, guys. Thank you.
Start my truck, let's all jump in. Here we go together. Nice cool breeze and big palm trees. I tell you, life don't get no better. Talking about hey now.